So, folks, I'm sorry, I'm trying to use a new app here. It's making me a little confused. We've had a great 8 days so far. We've hiked very well, come about 70 miles. But I'll tell you a story about the other day. I was hiking up in front, and I was busting it because my legs were feeling good, and sometimes when my legs feel good, I really want to go fast, very fast. But I wear glasses when I'm hiking, and it's up here in the mountains. It's often very humid, and so my glasses are often foggy. So I'm booking down this trail, and we're coming to a gap where I know we're going to take a break, have a little rest, and I want to get to that gap. And I'm booking along ahead. Nancy's in second, and Eamon's in third. And I get to the gap, and I hear Nancy hollering behind me. She says, "Jeff, come back here and look. There's a snake." So I think, okay, let's go look at a snake. Probably some black racer or something that's not terribly interesting. But I go back and look, and stretched out long ways on the trail, just a little bit to one side, it would be the east side. When we're backpacking on the AT, if you're northbound, the east side is to your right, the west side is to your left. If you're southbound, it's reverse, and that's how we know directions. East or west, north and south, cardinal points. Stretched out on the trail, just to the side, is a 5 or 6 foot timber rattler. A big mean looking thing. And the first thing that hit me was, why did this rattler not bite me? I must have walked with a bare, exposed calf no more than a foot from his scary triangular head. Well, Nancy also noticed that there was a chipmunk struggling nearby. Apparently the stinking snake had bitten the chipmunk and was probably in the process of eating that sucker when I came back, or had bitten the chipmunk and was waiting for the chipmunk to die so he could swallow him, and paid me no mind. That was a close call. Well, now the problem is, how do Eamon and Nancy get down the trail? So I figured, let's see if we can get the old snake. A lot of times with a snake, if you don't mess with them, they're not going to mess with you. In fact, their fight or fright response is very simple. You just get kind of in range and they'll move away. They don't mess with you. This snake had prey. And so when I got my hiking pole stretched out as far as I could in my arm, because, you know, they say the snake can strike the whole length of its body. I don't believe that, by the way. There's got to be some 6 inches or something that it can't reach, just because I don't think it can go the whole length of its body, but people of good authority say it can. This snake decided to fight. And so I prodded it a little bit with the end of my hiking pole, and it curled up, classic rattler pose, rattles going and singing to me and keeping its eye on me. Snake would not move. I threw a stick at it. I didn't want to hurt it. I just tried to scare it. Didn't faze it. I threw a rock at it. Didn't faze it. I got a big piece of bark, threw it on its side. Didn't mess with it. I got a bigger piece of bark, threw it on top of it. Snake wouldn't move. Finally, Nancy had the good suggestion. Hey, why don't Eamon and I just walk around it? And so they did. They got out in the woods and they walked around, and everything was fine, and we left the snake. The chipmunk was making its way off, slowly but surely. I don't know if the chipmunk made it or not. Some people would kill the snake, but we don't kill things out here. It's their place, it's not ours, so we let the snake be. That was kind of a close call. So, just so you all know, we're safe and healthy. We have no problems. We've done 8 days straight. Couple of Neros. We had a Nero, which is a near zero hiking day. A 0 day is when you just sit in a hotel and just spend the day lying up and getting fat and sassy. A Nero day is where you only do 4 or 5 miles. We had one Nero going into Neel's Gap, 3 miles. We had a Nero coming in today to Hiwassee, only 3 miles, so we're doing just fine. Anyway, Bon Camino. See you folks down the trail. Thank you for listening.